Good morning, guys. This is for the groups that are going to be doing the food web terms. Okay, so I have two groups here. They are the exact same thing. I just made two of them so that you you wouldn't have to fight over them so much. So that way there was two works that were available that you guys could share. Okay, and you can do this with a partner if you want. This is something that it's kind of like I have, who has. So there's no first card. You just kind of like make a circle with these. So you're just going to basically choose one to start out with. So this one says, I have food chain. What is the term for the thing which is passed to a consumer when it eats an organism? Okay, so which would be energy. Right? That is what is the term for the thing that is passed to a consumer when it eats an organism. Now, right now, you're not going to understand, you need to watch the video on food chains and food webs before you can do this work. I'm going to tell you that. So, you're supposed to be watching that Monday afternoon with Mrs. Brooks. So, in order to do these, this exercise, this assignment, you're going to have to watch that video first because you're not going to have a clue of what the heck I'm talking about, okay? So I want to find the word energy. Oopty-doopty-doo. Guess I should have did a better job of getting these situated. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have energy, and then it says, who has the term for a diagram which shows the feeding relationships of organisms in a habitat? Who has the term for a diagram which shows the feeding relationships in a habitat? Well, let's see. It's not omnivore, it's not plant, it's not a fungus, it's not a scavenger, it's not prey, it's not consumer. I'm looking for a diagram. Decomposer. Oops. It's not. Ooh, could be food web. Predator. Organism, no. Microorganism. Photosynthesis, no. Herbivore, no. Carnivore, no. We should know what those are. Habitat, no. So it is going to be a food web. Okay. Which shows the feeding relationships of organisms in a habitat. So remember, a food web shows all of the animals and how they're interrelated with everybody, with each other, okay? How a plant, how the plant's energy goes into a rabbit, whose energy goes into a coyote, right? Okay. And then there might be multiple things that eat a rabbit. So you might have a coyote, you might have a fox, you might have a wolf. And how all of this energy is being transferred from living thing to living thing, okay? So the next one here is, who has the term for the natural home of a plant or animal? Well, that's going to be a habitat, right? Habitat is where an animal lives, okay? So you're going to kind of go on and on and on from there. And it like makes just a big circle. So let's see if I can find a mold, an organism. Okay, here's the other diagram. So it has a term for a diagram which shows a series of organisms in the direction of energy passed on from feeding. That's going to be your food web. So this one would end right. I would have this whole circle. So it would all kind of like come together kind of like this. Now this isn't right because I'm not checking everything, but it kind of looks like a giant circle like this. Okay, so it all kind of like goes together. This, like this, like this. All right. So it's just a big, giant circle. All right. Like I said, there is none that says I have the first card. There is nothing like that for this one. It's just a big circle, and you just have to kind of connect everything. Okay. So that's how you do this work. I would like you to write down at least 5 things that you didn't know. Like write down like a food chain, write down the food web. Obviously, you're going to know what a carnivore is and an omnivore and stuff like that because you've heard those terms before. But I would choose 5 words that you are not familiar with, and write them down. Write down their definitions, okay? Write down the word and their definitions. Just 5, and then that's it. You just show this to a teacher that you did it, and write down the 5 words and 5 definitions, and you're done. That's it. Okay. If you have any questions, you can always email me. Thanks. Bye.